Alright, let's knock this out. We are ready, lady.
We all await. You are holding things up. May we depart for Castel Ravello?
Yeah, dude, chill. Let's go.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
I mean, it doesn't matter, because dude still looks like dude, so they're going to be like, why is he rolling around with this random chick?
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure.
Which
but he
isn't
didn't manage to kill
grabbing the
it.
path.
Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
So I will drive manually. You know, if we didn't have conversation enough to fill all the way getting there.
Not so
We
fast,
must
Crash.
head.
Stay back your place. We shall see to this.
Back, you beast! Begone!
Fucking panthers, really?
Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone!
Alright, buddy, we got it.
Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Yeah, I know. I'm super great. Let's get out of here.
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in Ortusa. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your
Now
thoughts,
Roach
Clara.
has the road. I don't know
The
why he wouldn't do it
Sonrial
earlier.
stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
You know, this dude is really in the way. Whose name I already forget.
Captain de la Tour, we did not
Captain de la
expect
Tour.
any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
You're
But
crazy.
what's the point
We were
of going
informed.
incognito
I
if
shall
the first
order the
person we
salon
talk to,
prepared
you're
at
gonna
once.
like out yourself?
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see.
I had
It's
one
a
more
waste
though,
of
lady.
time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
You in trouble?
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
All right, lady. Are we
What
gonna
if
slow walk
Fabricio's
there?
blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
I mean, he can't. Maybe he's been manipulated too. You don't know. She's like just tiny bit faster in her walk.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Oh, I didn't come up with a thing. Like, here, read this. And it's not in the quest items. Cool. Oh, it's right here. I thought she gave it to me.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Okay. Oh, well. Oh, that's Ervelus, though.
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
So that's just the wrong one. That's all. What are you? Don't care.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard
Stop.
of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here.
Either I missed it somewhere. Oh, there's a... Looks like I can go back there. Huh. Well, none of these was it. Oh, there's an upper... There's an upper level. There, oh, no, it's 1270.
Sonreal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year.
Yeah,
Keep
so
looking.
get the fuck out of the way so we can go look for the right year. $68, not quite.
Sonreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Hey,
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full. This one's full too. This one's full too. Full.
okay. Didn't she just check these?
This one's full too.
What about
Looks
that
like
one?
all the barrels
Guess
are
she
full.
checked that one.
Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sonreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Oh, we gonna get crunk, y'all. Probably downstairs. I did see a hammer down there.
Barrel taps.
Where was that hammer? It was... there it is. Alright, let's get all juiced up.
Taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal.
Okay. Lady, I'm busy. Did you just break it? I think she... oh, okay, it's still counting. Well, I fell.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Yes, let's.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who do you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the Pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was...
How do all these people in these video games do these really like huge business ventures with people who never give them their names?
I've no Cintrian aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody
Like, I'm not
would
doing
find out.
business with anybody for even a little bit if I don't know who they
very
are.
foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight.
You know,
Captain,
fucked up.
have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
You done fucked up.
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Cintrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
So
See
right
no
the hell
reason to
now.
wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal. Relax. Now we wait.
I mean, he's not looking all fucking suspicious there. In his fancy armor with a hood. But I guess some of them have hoods too, so whatever. Half of them don't even have shirts.
Favorite vintner.
Oh, the music stopped. This we might get one of those freezes.
It's not him.
Yep, there's the freeze. Right when that dude got hit by an arrow. Just this is the only game that does this. Like, for a while I thought it was my PC, but this is literally the only game that does this. Oh, okay. Getting right into it. Oh shit, get one shot, homie. Were you coming after all? He was coming after me. He's got all these dudes around him. No, that's fine. He made a bad decision.
Magic
Alright.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
at your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Really? Because they
Let's
cut
ask
like
him a
half
few
of them in half.
questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True, you are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
See, sometimes all you gotta do is just like fight with a guy.
Not at all surprised.
And he'll decide he likes
Expected
you.
she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Good one, dude. Got him.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it.
Got him again.
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Let's play along.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no!
Crikey.
Don't let him!
Stop
man.
screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That
Yeah,
one.
oops.
The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Oughta be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they
Oh, they
said.
call him the
that they were
Centurion.
Working for the Cintrian.
People.
Don't know
Okay, what the
anything
best?
else. I swear it.
They're called Centrans. I wonder why they added that I in there.
Take him away.
People from
Throw
Centra
him in the dungeon.
are Centrans,
He shall await trial there.
not Centrians. It's weird.
Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
So we could. You gotta catch a movie or something, or just sit at a table looking bored.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Of course there is. I mean, why wouldn't there be? Yeah, not the first time.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a
I have a
mouse will
feeling
squeeze
that he's
through.
going to want to do it
Out
quietly.
of the question. If the Cintrian
Or she
truly
does.
does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire.
Oh, Christ, here we
Then
go.
meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
I don't have appropriate attire, lady. Oh,
At the Cintrian.
he distinguished that light during the cutscene, like I didn't even tell him to. Alright. Well, we gotta find some clothes.
I should double the patrol.
I'm pretty sure I didn't hold on to any. Nope, I have none. Alright, so that means we need to go find a shop. And that's probably only going to be during the day, so let's give it one of those. And then I guess swing on down to here. Oh, wait. Or go that way. Huh. Maybe that's a shop. It's clearly not Mont Blanc Alley or whatever.
The Duchess summoned
I'm just gonna follow the line because this place is confusing and I don't want to get lost. Although it has taken me super far away from where I think I need to go. Oh, it's just trying to keep me on main roads. We can go to the Grand Palace or Grand Place, whatever that was. And be closer. Although that would keep us from, like, discovering things in the city, if, you know, because there might be stuff up here. Clearly there's a shopkeeper there that I just found. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Ah.
A smashing place.
Alright, where are you, dude? There you are.
Sacre bleu! It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
Okay.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna go with elegant. At least it looks cool on the thing there. There we go.
Thanks. I think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
Alright, let's get him on. Okay. That is not the door. It looks like a door. It's clearly not the door. Okay, well, that's not what I meant to do. Why to try to open a map? It's clearly not the map button.
Nice tune.
Did you get meta there, Geralt, or did you hear a tune somewhere else? Alright, we'll get to that a little later.
Come on, good folk, come. Can't believe it.
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail.
A mask,
Put
probably.
it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Alright.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Yeah, I totally, that was totally my idea. Also, it's not like Geralt can hide. He's got white hair. And a sick beard.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first.
And a 90s grunge
Less likely to
haircut.
raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. You would have loved to hear her.
Luckily,
somebody
you are
took
in
too
time
long.
to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Cool mime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaviri orchid.
How can you give us a clue if you don't know where she is?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
I mean, that makes sense.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Alright, let's go. I think there's like little side things here too. Just, yeah, take part in the soiree's option, or the soiree's entertainments. We're gonna fall down the stairs real quick.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to the guy. Oh, grab some paintballs.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well,
Do I need to equip them? I cannot.
another part.
Silence. The artist must focus.
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Come on. We'll do that one over there. Oh, you gotta wait so long before you press the button again for him to get ready.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a deep
This isn't gonna be enough because I grabbed 2 of them before it let me start, and I can't change to it.
It's not a landscape you can clem. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Yeah, it's a manifestation of my soul.
position takes shape. Quite the note.
Oh, I'm such an artist, y'all.
The sky over Toussaint.
Such an artist.
Or a deeply internalized fear of it.
Yeah, see, how am I supposed to throw the rest? I can't. There's no... And it won't let me go to my inventory to switch to them. I think we broke this one. I think we broke this one, y'all.
Voila! Fine.
Good enough.
Allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal?
The painting depicts spiritual dualism.
Does
The
it? Oh.
continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
Sure. Let's see what's up with this guy. Maybe that's upstairs. Oh, no, drink.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Really? Because you're wasted after one. What the fuck is this? Oh. Mimes. Fucking weirdos. Let's go. Find the rest of them. I think I need to go upstairs. Or we have to go the other way. Alright. To do the rest of the stuff. Oh, we can go that way. That is not how you get there.
My employer swears it.
Leave us be.
Okay, sorry. Just, you know, trying to find a way up.
Never should have performed.
Do you get up?
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Shit about this charlatan of a mage? He ain't got shit.
Hearts about to burst from a surfeit
Where are
of
you
beauty.
skittering off to? Silver.
What am I doing? Oh.
Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
I mean, technically I don't. Move, dude! Wealthy townsman, get the hell out of here.
Ah, how beautiful. Look, lanterns. They say releasing them bring the dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Artists in the Mandragora and their guests own.
Okay, well,
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat tired to me.
I have to get upstairs, but I didn't see any stairs anywhere.
Is a generous
Alright, you guys need to get out of the way or I'm gonna have to go swimming.
still waters.
No, these are little, like, private rooms. Oh, okay.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right
I
contrast to her
accidentally
complexion.
walked into where I needed to go,
Need to
apparently.
talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your
Whoa.
chance.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd.
I caught it. But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Alright. Good luck, buddy. Refreshment tables. Alright, drunk guy, get out of here. I didn't see anybody.
The cat and the fiddle.
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the nature of
Some
existence.
apples.
It is irrelevant to the work's
He's a Fistek. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Okay, so we got this stuck on that one.
Love letter penned on a napkin.
Laura, oh my dearest love, a lone ray of sunshine in the firmament of my life, I shall speak from my heart. For weeks I have been shooting stolen glances in your direction, hiding the hope I dare nurture deep within my bosom that perhaps you feel for me even one iota of the affection I feel for you. I have waited long, gathering the courage to confess my feelings for you. I would certainly be waiting still had not you appeared at tonight's soiree in the company of that womanizing, carousing, drivel-describing, pretentious pig named Alphonse de Rizide. When I saw that emaciated turd fawning over you, I immediately knew I had to act. I turned to the best weapon in my arsenal, the quill, in a well-turned phrase, and began writing you this letter. Forgive me, it is written on a napkin, for I had nothing more appropriate at the time. O most marvelous of all women, do not believe a word he whispers in your ear. He is as slippery as a viper and twice as venomous. Reject his advances and let me walk hand in hand with you, feed you grapes, and with you radiate happiness to the heavens themselves. Yours forever, Baby.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Treacly refuse.
I guess, okay.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat it twice.
Yes, it was.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent
Good.
still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
color is but the shadow
Where is the scent?
on the nature of existence.
Am I? Oh, there it is. Just took it a while to show up.
Ultimate meaning.
The Great One.
The dude's still conjuring up fucking dolphins and shit. Lady? Ah, okay. Hate parties, man. Oh, from grape. I was like, what could possibly be in the plant pot? Oh, yeah, clearly it's going to go down here.
As I said, only Mandragora artists allowed. Nothing I can do.
Come, we must consider what to
What
do.
if I punched him really hard in the solar plexus?
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
Cool. I thought he was gonna be like, I still can't let you in there, and I'd be like, dude, do you know who you're talking to?
Quickly, upstairs.
Well, it ain't that.
That must be Cecilia.
Oh, she's dead as hell.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Okay, but don't you think that if you brought the soiree to a close and everybody started leaving, the culprit would leave too?
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong. Must have climbed this ladder.
Is that a ladder? Yeah, sure. There we go.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Bloodstains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
That one?
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box.
Okay, so why would they leave that there, though?
Nicked open, probably.
I'll take that. So Geralt does some good work, but
smashed mirror.
Don't expect all your belongings to be there when he's done.
And sank to the floor.
No, he clearly went out that way.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
Geralt.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Looks valuable.
Stop, Geralt.
It's not what he came for.
Why did the examine go away? There it is.
Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly.
but I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
Okay.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Hmm.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it.
Yeah, that's great, Oriana. Maybe when you bought it, you could have been like,
Found
oh
the
shit,
storing inside
this is
it.
supposed to be with the royal family. Instead, you kept it.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment.
Oh yeah, the Curse of the Black Sun.
They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth.
So if you've seen the show, that the Curse of the Black Sun is why
had it easy, Siana.
Geralt was asked to kill that one lady
She was
in the first
the
episode.
whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this
Apparently
with
she was
confidence,
born into that
arrogance
same
even. She could also
circumstance.
be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent
It was
childhood.
apparently like 60,
Siana knew
60
of it.
women were born
She told
under the
Cedric
same
of a dream
circumstances,
she had had, that he would
and they
die
were supposed to bring about
at the hands of his own brother.
some demon or something like that.
Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother.
So a lot of them were killed.
She destroyed two
Well, all of
lives
them were
with a
killed,
prank.
but a lot of them were killed like
Cedric
at birth.
mourns to this day.
A lot of them were stuck in a tower and left there.
In the end, they
that
forced
kind
her
of
to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since. Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this
I
is...
guess just everybody loves Regis.
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher,
Literally?
I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Does
Don't
she
be
know
fooled, dear.
what
Geralt
Regis
has
is?
many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
Let's go get some wine. I
An
mean, obviously, he
exceptional
just needs to
conversation,
talk
don't
to
you think?
Regis.
Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint. My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're doing a real good job watching him going to get wine.
Task, and
Regis.
not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Hell yeah. I like Detlaff's coat.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
Do you really?
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Alright. Storm a castle at midnight. I don't even know where Duntine is. I feel like we've probably run across it already since we went all over the damn place. Alright, well, we gotta put our normal gear back on. Cool. Let's see where the hell Duntine is. You're gonna meet the guys. Wait. Up here, near the Cockatrice Inn. Let's see. Yeah, there's Duntine there. Okay, so we have been there. I don't know if we were able to go in, but we have been there. Cool. Guess we just gotta wait until midnight.